Alrighty, here we go. Welcome everyone to the first ever PVE DayZ server showcase. I'm Get Out of Him. Most people call me Brian. Nice to see everybody here. If you didn't get a chance to catch the stream, don't worry. We are going to have a recording up and you're probably listening to it right now, so hopefully it doesn't sound like shit. Alright, so we're just going to go over a couple of different things, a few changes and stuff that's coming up for the server, a few different settings and things that we're going to be going over. Yeah, so we might as well get right into it. So, first things first. We have just our basic server roadmap. This I'll be posting in the Discord later on tonight so that everybody can take a look at it. Just has all of the dates for the major updates and events and stuff like that. Wipes, everything that's coming up in the next little while. So I will be going over each of these dates as we go through the video here. Yeah, so I might as well start with the first one. Coming up on November 26th, we have a Hulk shop update. Going to be changing a lot of the prices and whatnot in the Hulk shop to match up with the in-game trader and a lot of the new stuff that we've got coming in. So prices are going to be changing over the next little while. Probably be most likely the 26th. The Hulk shop will just be down for the day while I get all that changed over and whatnot. So just so you know, we do have some changes and stuff coming there. The 50 slot Chernarus server, as we have been posting like crazy in the announcements and stuff to make sure everybody knows, we are doing a soft wipe coming up on the 26th. That's midnight of the 26th Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be soft wiping the server, so that means that your characters are protected. So all of your clothing and your gear and whatever you're holding in your hands will not be wiped from the server. However, all the bases and everything like that are going to be wiped. And of course, we have some PvP updates coming to the 50 slot server as well. We will no longer be doing PvP weekends on the weekends for Chernarus. We're going to be doing PvP events and PvE events and stuff like that on the weekend. We've got some good ideas and whatnot coming out. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. And we are also adding a bunch of new PvP zones to the 50 slot server to make up for the whole no event or no weekend PvP anymore. And raid weekend is being switched to every second weekend. So it'll be the second weekend of the month and then the last weekend of the month. So first thing to go through is the Hulk shop update. We've made quite a few changes and stuff with the prices and whatnot. Everything is now priced out based on the type of weapon it is. All of the weapons lists will be alternating and changing from week to week. So this week we've got, Glocks and FN45, crossbow, bison, that kind of thing. Next week we'll swap it up and change a few different items out, and these will cycle through every single week with new weapons and stuff coming in. And of course our vehicle kits are staying the same. I haven't changed the prices for those at all. They've seemed to have been pretty consistent for people being able to afford them and whatnot, so we're going to keep that the way it is. All of the usual parts and stuff are available in the shop still for the car parts, repair tires and whatnot. We split up the spark plug and glow plug so that you have an opportunity for one of each. A lot of people were asking for that, so we split those up. We also added in barrels to the Hulk shop. So for double what it costs you for an in-game barrel to purchase from the trader, you can buy one on the Hulk shop now. But 20,000 will get you a barrel. And of course, we've got the other storage bundles as well in there. We changed a few things around. I'll be updating the kit list on the night of the 26th. Like I said, the Hulk shop will go down, so I'll be upgrading and updating all of that stuff. So next up we have our clothing kits. So I've changed these up a little bit, kind of sorted them out into sections. We have our PvP kits and our PvE kits, excuse me, and then our cosmetic kits. So PvP kits are basically going to be full constructed kits that are going to have every piece of item that you need, mainly military stuff, big backpacks, all that kind of thing, plate carrier pouches, all that fun stuff. So we've got the Shadow and the Army kit there from before, and the Walter White has been added in with a few extra little tidbits and stuff for an NBC PvP kit. We've also got the ghillie kit still in there. The PvE kits, we have just a survival kit right now, but I am working on a couple of different other ones, different clothing types, different tool types and things like that. So I'll come up with a few more and add them in over the next week or so. Got our cosmetic kits, of course, the firefighter kits from before. We'll come up with a bunch more ideas for that as well. You can send those into the suggestions channel if you have any really good ideas for some cosmetic kits. And then I added the Christmas seasonal kits. So we've slashed out at the bottom there. You can see the Slasher, the Witch, and Little Red, which was from the Halloween event. We've turned those off now. And we have Rudolph the Reindeer, Santa's Helper, the Snowman, and the Snow Woman. So, whichever one you'd like to pick out. So if you want to have some fun over the Christmas season here, got some suits for you. So. And of course we have an ammo and explosives update. I've changed a bunch of the raid bundles, made them a little more balanced so that it's not so ridiculous. We now have a raid offensive bundle, which includes 2 Claymore mines. Claymores, as you know, pretty much OP, like takes down a wall in 2 seconds. They work really, really well, so you can get 2 for 200,000 now. We've changed the raid defense bundle to be landmine traps and the M79 smoke grenade launcher so that you can defend your base. And we have the raid IED bundle, which is basically just an improvised way of blowing down doors and stuff, similar to the raid offense bundle, but a little bit cheaper, obviously, because you have to build them yourself. And then we have the raid gate popper, which is the M79 with all of the explosives and whatnot, and the usual chopper kit from before. And we are now going to be offering loose ammunition in the Hulk shop. You'll be able to buy that. It is quite expensive. It's not going to be cheap, but that's what you do, right? You know, when you want convenience, you're going to have to pay for it. So that is a new section that we're going to be adding to the ammo and explosives section of the Hulk shop. Oh, and also the other category is going to be coming back because we've added in new clothing kits and new weapon kits and things like that. I'm only allowed to have 25 per section for each of the kits for each category. So if we end up with some overflow in some of the tools and stuff and you're looking for a specific item, more than likely it's going to be in the other category now if you can't find it. All right, next up was the PvP zone update for the 50 slot server. We do have some new PvP zones that are coming into the server. We have MB Kamensk, MB Tizzy, and all of Zelenogorsk is now going to be PvP. So that includes the military base and the town of Zelenogorsk. So I have some examples here, as you can see. The entire town and the military base back to the train yard is all now PvP. And MB Kamensk, the entire section of Kamensk is now MB Kamensk is now PvP, as well as MB Tizzy. And I also updated some of the existing PvP zones, make them a little bit more fun to play on. I will have some more updates coming in for all of the PvP zones as we go along through December here. But these are just the first couple that I've got ready. We've got the Northwest Airfield, which I've given a new update and a little bit of a facelift. You can see the new Mummy's Mummy Maze that's going to be in pretty soon here. So exciting. We have a new Below the Airfield. I added in a bunch of cool stuff there. New loot will spawn in. There's some new tents and things like that. So lots of good stuff that you can find. And of course, we did the Riffy gas zone update. Riffy is also getting an update to the way that its gas zone works. So we're going to be turning off the permanent gas zone at the Riffy boat, and it will now become one of the periodic gas strike zones. So instead of it always being gas, there will be a percentage chance that there will be gas at that zone. All right. One last thing that I wanted to go over before we move into the rest of the wipes and the updates that are going to be coming up. I just wanted to highlight the in-game trader. A lot of people have been kind of confused about how the in-game trader works and what they're supposed to do for all of that. So I just wanted to kind of go over it for you guys. Basically, the way we're doing it, the in-game trader in Chernarus is at Radio Zenit, and then on the Livonia server is located at the Copa prison. So basically the way it works, you collect up your loot as you're running around, filling up your cars and stuff like that, bring it back to your base. Whatever items you find, they're all separated into different categories. So you've got your civilian clothes, civilian miscellaneous items, tools, medicine, that kind of thing, and they all have a different pricing based on their type. Every batch of items must be sold to the trader inside a wooden barrel, or a wooden crate, or a barrel. So when you bring them to the trader, you're expected to sell the items and the crate and everything like that. You just bring the crate in, drop it down, trader takes it into the back, and then they pay you out with your in-game currency. Which we've been using the cigarettes for in-game currency. They do spawn out in the world, so keep an eye out for that, because you could make it big and get rich. Step 2, after you've sold all of your loot at the trader, is to prepare your farm. We have added the cannabis seeds and extended daytime so that the server is actually running at full real time right now, so that the growing patterns are... The growing patterns are at a proper pace now. So cannabis seeds and everything like that, bag of lime, garden hoe, insect spray, basically anything that you're going to need, including barrels, are also available. I notice that's not on the new update picture here. But all of this stuff is always in stock at the trader. So if at any time you need to stock up some items so that you can improve your farm a little bit more, to get some more cannabis to sell for the black market, you will always be able to find that at the trader. And they'll notify you when they're open. Next up, we have the random daily stock. So inside the trader, the way it's going to work is the traders are not going to have a list of items that are always in stock. So you're not going to find guns and clothing and all that kind of stuff just stacked up waiting for you to purchase. Basically the way it's going to work is it's going to be randomly daily stock. So whatever other players bring in to trade into, if you are looking for a specific item, you can ask the trader if it happens to be in the random daily stock. If they do find it, the prices are there per item based on its category, and you can purchase that item from the trader rather than having to go and run around and loot for it. So just adds a little bit more freedom to the way that the traders can move and stuff like that, and yeah, gives you guys a little more excitement when you run into the trader and find out that they got magnums in a box somewhere. All right, next up we have selling your black market goods. So obviously, you've sold all your items and you've got your farm running, and you threw all of your cannabis in a crate and you're just waiting for it to dry up. And you get it all collected up and you're running around the world and you see a bunch of other random items lying around. So the ones that you're going to want to look out for are the glass bottles of vodka, the Kvass beer cans, the powdered milk, which, obviously, all assorted mushrooms. They have to be non-moldy mushrooms. I would recommend drying them if you possibly can, or cooking them. But yeah, they have to be non-moldy, and you can sell them by the crate. And then, of course, dried cannabis. Easiest way that I've found so far people have been drying it is just throwing it in a crate and kind of waiting for it to dry itself. Been doing a bit more testing on that to try and figure out what the best process is for that. But yeah, so that's how you sell your black market goods. Black market goods are obviously worth a lot more than just regular loot goods that are lying out in the world. So you definitely want to watch out for that stuff as you're running around. Stock up on it. So. And then finally, we have the Black Market Pass. So basically the way the Black Market Pass works is every single person across Livonia and Chernarus, every person who brings in black market goods and sells their goods for cigarettes will contribute towards the Black Market Pass. So currently we are sitting at 335 cigarettes out of 1,000. So we've sold 335 cigarettes of black market goods so far. Once we hit 1,000, we will unlock the Tier 1 Pass, which includes 5 new items that the in-game trader will add to their always in stock. So this always in stock section will get larger as the Black Market Pass is unlocked. And these items are special items, so there'll be things that you can't find very often, or colored weapons, or high tier weapons, stuff like that. Little hint to get your booty in gear. The M14 is right at the end of Tier 3, so it's a good one to work towards. But we were kind of hoping that this would be a fun way for everybody to contribute and to unlock new items for the Black Market Pass and whatnot. It will not be resetting in December here. Normally the Black Market Pass would reset every single month, but because we started a little bit late in November here, we're going to push it all the way through to December, right into, so January 1st is when the next Black Market Pass will wipe out. So alrighty, I think that's about it for the trader. If you have any questions whatsoever about the trader stuff, about anything that I'm talking about, we're always available in the Discord. You can create a ticket. Yeah, I'm usually around, and if I'm not around, then one of my mods can definitely help you out. So, all right, next up is the December 1st update. So on December 1st, PvP weekends on the 26th slot will be extending to 4 days long. So we will be having Thursday to Sunday PvP weekend now on the 26th slot. We'll excuse me. We'll also be adding a bunch of new PvP zones to the 26th slot, Livonia, and I've got a bunch more custom locations and stuff planned out as well. And we're also setting up a new spawn loadout for PvP weekends. So in Livonia, when you spawn in, instead of having the usual bag and knife and a couple items like that, you'll have a little bit more PvP focused spawn loadout. So. And finally, on the 50 slot weekend, 50 slot server, our raid weekend is going to be extended to 4 days. So we will now, at the end of the month, we're now going to be having raid weekends run from Thursday until Sunday. So I've had a lot of requests for that, and I think it's a good idea. Gives people a little bit of extra time, if you're busy over the weekend. So yeah, that's about it for December 1st. And then January 1st, New Year's Day, we have a really big update planned. I've got a full map update set up for the season. I'll have big map updates set for each of the seasonal quarters. So that'll be the January wipe, April wipe, July, and then October. So those 4 months will be our major update wipes. The 26th slot is going to be hard wiping January 1st. The 50 slot is not going to be hard wiping on January 1st. So only the 26th slot, Livonia, will be hard wiping. All of your characters, all of your items, everything like that will be wiping, including the leaderboard stats in the Discord. We'll be wiping all of the stats there as well. Your income will not be wiping. And excuse me. Finally, the 26th slot server will be getting a raid update. So January 1st, we will have raid weekends, second and last weekend of the month. So every 2 weeks, of course. And then with the final raid weekend, so right at the end of the month, that will right at the end of the wipe, that will feature a special Raider spawn loadout, which will probably, have some really cool, fun stuff in it. Maybe we'll pack you full of M79 grenade launchers and let you go ham or something like that. We'll come up with a fun idea for it. So, all right, and the next important update is February 1st. February 1st, we're going to be doing another soft wipe on the 50 slot Chernarus. So because of the way that the wipes have kind of gone along here, and we've had to do a little bit early wipe on Chernarus, we decided to do 2 soft wipes in a row before moving into a hard wipe to line back up with Chernarus again. So the 50 slot server, February 1st, we'll be having a midnight soft wipe, just like we did before. Obviously, all your characters, items, everything like that, that will all be protected. Everything on the map will be wiped away. And then April 1st is our next major quarterly wipe. We'll be having the Easter map update, so I'll have a bunch of new fun stuff for that. Probably some new locations and things. I usually have a new seasonal challenge every year, collectible and things like that, that I'll come up with. 26 slot is going to be hard wiping, and the 50 slot will both be hard wiping at the same time. This will get us back on schedule with the same wipe schedule as before. So, and finally, we have the summer map update. Same thing as before. We will be wiping everything: 26 slot and 50 slot, players, leaderboard stats, items, characters, the whole 9 yards is going to get wiped out July 1st. Once again, your economy will not be wiping. And I'll have another map update for the summer. And finally, I might as well shill myself a little bit. We do have some new options available if you decide that you want to support the server and throw some donations our way, keep the lights on. We do have some new donation options. We've got the daily donation boosts, which give you some extra Hulk coin and some items and things like that. You can buy those daily, weekly, and monthly. There's some different packs there. We've got the monthly supporter upgrades as before, comes with the Hulk alarm and extra clothing options and stuff like that. We've got some really fun upgrades in there. And then the custom base upgrades, of course, from before. So if you're looking for something a little more secure than the 5,000 fences that you built in the last wipe, then we can definitely hook you up with something cool. So yeah, that's about it for that. So if anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, etc., you can go ahead and at the bottom of your screen, you will see a little hand. And if you'd like to speak and ask a question, go ahead and click that button and we'll get you up here in a timely fashion. And if nobody wants to speak, then we'll just shut her down. But I'm quite excited for what we've got going here. So some good changes coming. Chernarus going to be a little bit more chill, and Livonia probably a little more sweaty than before. But I think it'll be a good healthy change, and I've got some really good stuff planned. So, alrighty. If nobody has any questions, I think we're all good. We'll just check here. Good. All right. I think we're all set. Well, then I've taken up enough of your guys' time. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this after the fact, I've been Get Out of Him, and this has been the PVE DayZ server showcase. Thanks for coming out, and we'll see you again soon.